Today, we're going to explore a really powerful idea from your invisible power. It's this. What if that constant search for more in your life, what if it isn't about what's happening out there, but what's going on right in here?
Let's just dive right in. Have you ever had this feeling? You look at your life, and on paper, everything looks pretty good. You've got some success, you've got friends, maybe you even have a certain amount of freedom. But deep down, there's this quiet, nagging feeling that something's missing. It's a really strange and persistent kind of restlessness, isn't it?
Well, that exact feeling is at the very heart of what we're talking about today. It was the starting point for Genevieve Behrend, who actually called this chapter of her life the restless search.
And here you can see this incredible contrast. After her husband passed away, Genevieve Behrend had what most people would consider an ideal life. She was financially independent, she had a vibrant social life, she was constantly traveling the world. But her inner reality was complete opposite. She talked about this profound sense of loneliness and emptiness, what she called a fruitless search on the outside to try and fix this huge void she felt on the inside.
And her story just perfectly illustrates the core problem, doesn't it? That search for more isn't always about piling up more things or more experiences. The real issue is often buried much, much deeper.
So, if searching on the outside was completely fruitless, where in the world did she find the answer? Well, this leads us to the big turning point in her journey, the inward turn.
This was her big breakthrough. She finally realized that the peace she was chasing all over the globe wasn't some destination she could arrive at. It was actually a state of being, something she had to build from within. The answer wasn't about finding something new, but about realizing what she already had inside her all along.
Now, her journey led her to study something she called mental science. And let's just strip away any of the old-fashioned language for a second. At its core, this is a really practical system for just organizing your mind. It's not about magic or anything like that. It's about understanding that our thoughts are the blueprint for our experiences. It's all about creating what she called an ordered mentality, basically a mind that works with you, not against you.
So the most crucial point is this. The source of true, lasting contentment, it's not out there somewhere. It's something that you generate from within.
Okay, so understanding the concept is one thing, but how do you actually apply it? That brings us to the most important step, moving from just reading about an idea to actually putting it into practice.
This is such a key distinction. We can consume endless amounts of information, read all the books, listen to all the talks, but that's just step one. True transformation, as Behrend points out, comes from practice. It's about developing a whole new way of being. And this actually echoes philosophers like Aristotle, who said that we become good by doing good things. Change is a result of habit, not just knowledge.
So here's kind of how that process looks. First, you learn the principle, this idea that your inner world creates your outer experience. Second, you consciously form a new habit of thought through repetition. And yeah, at first it takes some effort, but eventually, with consistency, you experience the result, a new, automatic state of mind. It goes from being something you do to just being who you are.
So what's a practical tool we can use to build this new habit? Well, Behrend offers a really powerful one, which we can think of as your mental anchor.
The whole goal here is actually pretty simple, but it's profound. It's to move from a mind that's scattered by all the daily anxieties, fears, and doubts to what Behrend calls an ordered mentality, a mind that is clear, that is calm, and that is focused. And the mental anchor is the tool that helps you do this. So what is it? It's a single foundational statement, a core principle that you consciously and consistently keep coming back to. Think of it like a blueprint for a building. It gives structure and stability to your thoughts, and it helps prevent that mental drift and what Behrend calls hurry. That frantic, anxious state of mind we all get into.
Let's make this really, really practical. What does this look like in your daily life? Well, for your work, instead of getting lost in stress, your anchor could be something like, my work is an expression of order and value. In relationships, when things get a little tense, you could return to, I interact with others from a place of calm understanding. And if you're trying to build better habits, your anchor might be, every action I take supports my well-being. You see how it gives you a clear, positive direction to come back to?
All right, theory is great, but experiencing something for yourself is so much better. So let's try something right now, a really quick practical reset to make this whole idea a little more tangible.
We're going to do a simple exercise I'm calling the Origin Story Reset. It's adapted from one of Behrend's own instructions, and it's designed to prove that visualization is a very real, practical thing, not just some abstract idea. Okay, first step. It's super simple.
Just look around you and pick any object in the room. A chair, a lamp, a book, your phone. It really doesn't matter what it is. You got one? Okay, now for step 2, ask yourself this question. What was the initial desire, the initial feeling that led to this object's creation? So, if you picked a chair, the desire was for ease, for rest. If it's a lamp, the desire was for light, for clarity. What was the human need behind the object you chose?
And finally, step 3. Trace that desire all the way back. Before the wood was ever cut, before the plastic was molded, before anything physical happened at all, there was a thought, a mental picture in someone's mind. Every single object around us started as an invisible idea. That's the principle in action, right there.
So, to wrap this all up, let's just quickly recap the key takeaways from Behrend's experience. First, that feeling of restless searching is often a huge signal of an internal need, not just an external problem. Second, real transformation isn't about knowing more, it's about doing more. It's all about practice and habit. And finally, a simple but really powerful tool for this practice is creating a single mental anchor to help organize your mind and give your thoughts a stable, clear direction. And if there's just one idea to leave you with, it's this. This whole process isn't about some massive, strenuous effort. As Behrend suggests, true power is found in quiet, steady persistence. We're going to keep building on these ideas. So to keep exploring this with us, the next part of our breakdown of your invisible power is ready for you. Thanks so much for joining me for this explainer.